The first experience was very interesting. It touches again upon that experience I had about the dark forces or these world controllers wanting to destroy the planet and another planet as well, in conjunction with the Earth. Um, it was very straightforward. Again, I was looking. It was. I'll give a little bit of the scenery in that I was staring at a purple background. Everything was this almost like a plum purple, but very light in color. It was very interesting, but it was purple, and it had that kind of like, again, maybe like a black mixed into it almost, or something like that. And this giant keyboard appeared in front of me. And on this keyboard, I could see there was fingers typing on this keyboard. And I knew, or I became aware right away of what was taking place. And that was that somebody, again, one of these world controllers or other, was entering in some kind of code to launch either nuclear missiles or start some kind of self-destruction sequence or do something very um, destructive. In that way, they were trying to destroy the Earth basically by setting off these codes or entering these codes into whatever system they were working with. And it essentially became my task to remove the keys from their keyboard, and really with that removing their ability to destroy the world. And so that was kind of what I was being shown as taking place, and I was sort of guided there to take part in that little experience. But that was the first one thing I wanted to share. So this next experience came, my sister, or the sister here, she sent me a little, like a video on a social media platform, Instagram, about I guess yesterday, because it was August 8th. It was like the Lionsgate portal or something like that, and it's referenced a lot in those spiritual kind of communities and certain things like that. And I really wasn't that interested. I took a look at the video, but I really wasn't that interested. And I ended up having this dream vision that night, this, I guess, last night, and it was very interesting. I was standing on a rooftop, and kind of that already kind of signified to me being outside of that personal consciousness, inside of this building, but rather being on the roof of the building. And what was happening was I was looking into the night sky, and I saw that the moon was there. And behind the moon was that alleged star lining up with the moon, or some kind of celestial event, as the kind of portal dictates or whatever. And I was looking at the moon, and I was looking at this whole event take place. And to my left, sort of buried in the rooftop, I guess the rooftop was like dirt or like gravel. I started digging in the ground, and there was all these old coins, very old coins from like the 40s, from even early 1900s, and they all had this British monarch on them. They were from like British coins or even Australian coins, because it's like a British colony. And I actually have some of those old coins. I used to collect coins and whatever, but that's besides the point. The point is that they were really old and they were rather rusty. And I remember I made this conscious connection, or really this connection with my awareness, that the value of this event, or the perceived value of this, is really nothing. But this event, or this kind of idea behind this event, really has little value, little to no value. It really just pertains to the personal self and the earth, kind of the earth systems only, hence the coins and kind of that religious monarch connection. And I was watching the sun, or excuse me, the moon and the star roll through the sky, and it had this kind of really pretty green and purple light that was following it. But as soon as it passed through the sky, I remember it faded away and it became nothing. I remember that was really the striking position as I was standing there on the roof, was not only finding the coins, but once the event was over, it was just over. And there was really no effect. There was really no benefit. It just was something that had happened in creation. And I remember I could see that people were really taking it as something, but a lot of these, and it was just kind of touching on some other things, really also, that a lot of these old things that we get involved in, these astrologies and certain things like that, they really have no value. again, going back to that idea of the coin, and especially being an old and rusty coin, it's just a lot of old stuff. So that was the second experience I wanted to share. Thank you.
Okay, no, that's good, Jeremy. That kind of highlights everything. Because want to bring everybody up to date here. Everything is fine. We go through these little turmoils and storms and stuff. It's all okay. We just keep going, just like a ship out at sea. Sometimes it's nice. Sometimes there's big storms, but you get through it. So again, just want to kind of go over, and what Jeremy's saying there, again, he's a great witness to, like all of us are. And yes, there are those that wanted to destroy the Earth and other planets, and even the sun. I've seen it on the real side years ago. They've been blasting lasers at the sun. So again, for those that are here, it's a real wake up, pay attention, and keep your focus straight. This is for you. You don't have to do it, but it is for you to keep your focus straight with the isness. Now, from time to time, there are ruffles or things that come up, and there was something that came up yesterday, so briefly I'm going to go over it, and that is that all these old things like meditation, transcendentalism, spiritualism, one of the big things like Scientology and Eckankar is Reiki, and all this nonsense. Okay, it's 100% nonsense, all of it. You're not learning anything. You can learn what not to do from it. That's what you learn. And we are not healers, okay? So those that want to be healers, good luck, because you're going to take on the karma of others, just like doctors and whatever. You're going to be loaded up, because that's not what we are. We provide a real education to others about their real awareness. That's what they do. So if you want to do some little hocus pocus or vibrations or crystal bowls and all that stuff, fine, do it on your own. But as you go out there in the world, you're influencing others. That has nothing to do with awareness, the vibration thing, and all this stuff that we've come to know. It's the new nowness. It's focused straight. And so again, even though Paul did what he did, that was the babysitting days. That is all over with. It's clean and straight. That's it. And so anybody can do whatever they want. That's my focus, just to keep it straight and clean. With that, you'll have all. But if you sit here and play with these little things, you're actually bothering others and influencing them. And if you're interested in these things, fine. That's your personal life. But remember, you can also bother others by this, and this is what has taken place. So I'm not going to get into that detail, but all that stuff, no matter what it is, no matter how cute and how much you love it and your family members love it and whatever, keep in mind, it's all tap lining. The new you is the straight way and the clean way to get through everything. So nobody's obligated, but things will show up how funny they are. And so, again, it's like eating too many chocolates, the bad chocolate that is, tastes good, but not good for you. And people in these things, any of those things, they're tap lined, and they will take on situations from others. Everybody feels nice and cozy with all that. Well, they're all tap lining each other. And the healing thing, the big thing, the Reiki and all that, that's all tap lining. And those that train Reiki and whatever, they're stealing your energy, they're tap lining you. They don't even know it. They're controlled by the reptilians. I knew a lady many, many years ago, and she was very aware, and she saw what they did on the real side. So again, ask Sri Bazaar and Paul to show you about any of this funny stuff. Do you need it? Do the birds do it? No, they don't. Yeah, the birds, butterflies, and bees, look what they do. They're always doing something that makes sense with where they're at here and also with their awareness, because they use the intuitive side where most people don't. They're always thinking that something's going to magically appear and do whatever. It's just a lazy way to do nonsense. Been involved with this before, and it all failed. Okay, and I've watched other people fail with it too. And so again, you make the choice. and we all have to be reminded, it's okay, it's a new day, everything is fine. Again, like the sun shining, okay, it shines upon all. In other words, it presents itself. We present ourselves to others. We are there to share and provide assistance so they can learn to do it for themselves. And sometimes, like, Ava and I are together here in the physical body. So sometimes she will massage my back. Sometimes I will massage her leg or her back or something too. We'll do that. Yeah, okay. Whatever makes sense. But I'm not trying to heal her or anything like that. That's her position. I have my own aches and pains, etc. And yeah, we don't like to see people with aches and pains, but at the same time, those aches and pains are also a wake up for them. If you clear everything away, okay, but that's up to the person. All you can do is present it. And again, what we're presenting here is about how to become more aware so you can be self-sufficient for yourself. Simply look at the reality of becoming more aware. If everybody was aware of the real guides, everybody sang the new you and just lived their lives, then they would know to take care of themselves, wouldn't they? And we wouldn't need doctors and all this other nonsense, whatever, because that's what they do. What did the Amazon people do? What did the Indians do or whatever? Yeah, they had a little hocus pocus with the witch doctor or whatever, and they did these different things, etc., keep away evil spirits. Well, that was kind of the idea too. But today, it's all new. Okay, we have more awareness. It's about awareness. So just make sense of it. And through what you decide, with what you decide, you will figure it out. Okay? But we're not here to heal others. We're not here to take away their pain. And we don't send the new you or blessings or anything to anybody. You don't send it like an email. You send emails, you send letters, you send packages. That's what you do. With the new you, the idea would be it's just like I raised the daughter as an example. I never really think about her. What she goes through, whatever, that's her life. If she comes to me, I'm here for her, okay, to provide that assistance. And this is how when Rebazar and the real guides show up, etc., they do certain things, but they know what to do. We all know what to do in our own way. And so again, we don't send the new you to people. We don't do that. That's like the old blessing thing. That's like, oh, I'll send you energy. I'll send you love. I'll pray for you. No, that's kind of an entrapment, and it's also control. It's somebody else deciding when they say, oh, I will pray for you. That means they've decided something for you. And if you accept that, that's a tap line. Do you need it? Again, this is why we have the Skypes, so we can all become self-sufficient and we can share with each other just by being with each other, just by having that attention. And in the physical sense, you just do what you do. You take care of your life responsibly for yourself. And when you're with others or a family, of course, you do your part. You don't just get up and walk away when maybe there's something to be carried or something to be helped or whatever, etc. You do your part instead of just thinking of yourself and just walking away all the time. Yeah, there's a difference. So we're all on the same earth. We all have to deal with it, and we have the warnings too. And this is a big heads up. Here's Jeremy given these experiences to share here with us so that we know. Otherwise, most people are in la la land thinking that, oh, everything's okay, it all looks good. Well, it's not good. It's never good here. We have to deal with it and trying to keep people ready and focused so that when something does happen, they can just be. You don't really have to do anything. You don't have to start running around. If an atomic weapon goes off, just learn to be with the is, because if your body evaporates, wherever you're at, you're going to be here now. And so you want to be aware and okay, not all weird with your emotional body scrambling around and confused and not knowing what is what. So again, here is the focus. So we don't need all these funny old things to distract us, because those are just distractions. You're not really learning anything. Everything that you need is what the is, and it's invisible. This is where you learn to see it, more so than just taking in the knowledge, you see? Again, we've been literalized here, and now the latest thing is 5G. Oh, you get information faster. Well, basically all that information is nonsense. You're just getting more nonsense, but you're thinking that, oh, I'm getting smarter. No, you're not, because you're not aware of what's taking place. It's all about awareness. It's a lot, isn't it? And so how many times have we got to go over this? Well, we will keep doing that. I will keep going over it. It helps myself too. But all these other things, they're distractions, and look where they lead. Eventually, they lead nowhere. You crash off-road somewhere. So again, it all shows up. You make the choice. Distraction is to where something is created to get your attention. You know, it's like the government, and it's like the political people that go up there and speak. As an example, when they're talking, it's a distraction. In other words, they want your attention so you don't become more aware. They're taking your attention so you don't become more aware, and then they're confusing you. That's the distraction. Again, we want everybody to be okay, and I know things happen. We all go through things, but we want to just help people, you know, if they're willing to just stay focused. And again, the main idea, and Jeremy started it off here with his first experience about world controllers wanting to destroy the earth. Well, that's an everyday event. Whether they do it with H-bombs or whether they do it with the business world, it's all going on self-destruct anyhow. Then the second part is the influences of all this old stuff and traditions and things like that that people have looked to, you know, etc. You know, even funny things like Christmas. Yeah, we do it, but it's all funny ritualism nonsense. I don't celebrate holidays or anything like that because it's all nonsense and it's all tap line. And it's usually some kind of religious stuff that's, you know, run by the reptilians. So, you know, as the day happens, fine, but whatever, it doesn't mean anything to me because it's nonsense. I like the isness, the nowness, the sun shining, the blue sky, the ocean, whatever, and doing what I'm doing. But each person makes their choice, etc. And everybody has the right to do that. So all we can do is present something real about awareness. Yeah, that's the best part. So that's why we're here.